of ESCO Q&A, and where you ask and we answer. Okay, hi everyone. I am Aashmitha Hiraga, your host for today's episode, and we have our guests Nikhil Hegde를 and Shehbaz Ansariwa from Qualcomm India. Would you like to introduce yourself to our audience?
Yeah, sure. I'm Shehbaz Ansariwa from Qualcomm. I'm design engineer. I'm taking care of providing solutions to the end customer.
Hi everyone, this is Nikhil Hegde를 and I'm working as program manager. I take care of pan-India projects.
Okay, thank you. Thank you Nikhil and Shehbaz. Do you know what we are going to discuss today, or our topic for today is, do you all know? Are you curious about it?
Definitely.
Okay, so let's not waste our audience time and our guest time and disclose what our topic for today is. So it is an exam that is very important for audiovisual industry and for our AV specialist professionals. So it is also termed as CTS. Okay, so what is CTS and what is our guest journey and some insight about it that our audience will get to know from our guest very soon. So let's move on to our next segment. And okay, so our first topic for this episode is what is CTS and what is its importance. So let's get to know from Shehbaz.
Oh, okay. So CTS is actually the certification for the AV industry from AVIXA. And AVIXA is the non-profitable forum for the AV industry. Importance means it sets out the standards and the rules for the AV professionals. So it helps in the implementation, design and maintaining the AV projects.
Okay, so basically it gives you an idea and knowledge and actually improves your knowledge by giving.
So as a designer, it helps me to gather client needs properly and design the proper solution for the client.
Okay. Thank you, Shehbaz. Okay, so I would also like to know from Nikhil that what is its impact in your career?
As a project manager, day in day out we are doing the installation. But once I get my certified from CTS, I am aware of the standards and best practices which are formulated by industry experts. So it's going to help me and my client a better AV experience.
Okay. And why did you do it? Why did you decided to do CTS?
See, with CTS comes some credibility that the quality of work and the adherence to the standard is up to mark.
Okay. Okay. So I think our audience have an idea about CTS, and let's move on to our second question, next segment, and know more about it. So let's move on to our second question. Nikhil, I would first like to ask Nikhil. Nikhil, tell me and our audience your CTS experience and some thoughts, insights about it.
So, getting certified with CTS was my dream for 5 years. So this year I made it my resolution that I'll attempt it. So I just got the study material from AVIXA website, and apart from that they also conduct prep classes, but unfortunately this year I couldn't attend it due to the pandemic situation. So then I bought the CTS book.
Would you like to
yeah,
share to our
CTS book.
audience?
So my friend for life. Okay. So I bought the CTS book. I went through the study material chapter wise. Some information was very much new to me due to my work experience, and some were the new concept which enlightened me that this is part of the AV. So once I went to the study material. I just attempted mock test. So when I got my good mark, like score with CTS, then I was confident I can write my exam.
Okay.
So once I was ready, I just booked my slot with PSMU and I just gave the exam and passed.
Okay, so I also want to share my experience.
Okay, sure.
And my experience is a little bit different. So what I did, I first booked the slot when I made myself that I have to go for it, and then I have started working on my study. So I have used, as he said, as Nikhil said, I have also used the CTS book, exam guide, and certain websites. So I've gone through the chapters, the important chapters or key chapters, you can say. That
Would
is,
you like to, sorry to interrupt, but would you like to tell some key chapters?
So it's audio, video, it's a networking, it's a control systems, your project management, and the maintenance. So these are some of the key chapters I have gone through, and apart from this, I already having the knowledge of handling the clients, project management, designing, of course, and so on. I booked my slot, and I also want to speak about the actual examination day.
Okay.
So
was it like question answer type? Was it
It's
some MCQ type?
It's an MCQ type, but it's not just an MCQ, ordinary MCQ. It's like it's a situational based and more about the case study type.
Oh.
So I intentionally want to explicit something that wherever I am stuck,
Yeah.
I relate that question with my realistic experience here.
Yeah.
So it helps me out to go near to the answer. Then I click the answer. So it's not just about your preparation. You should be having the knowledge in the particular in the AV field.
Okay.
There one more thing, when you are answering that question, there was some question which gave us a perspective. Okay, I was learning when I was writing my exam.
Yeah.
Also. There was some.
That's very good. Like it's like we just get, it's like normal people. I'm not generalizing, but if normally we give exam, we just go and give the exam. But it's very different and it's very good to experience also during the examination while giving your exams. Getting knowledge from that is also a very big thing.
So it was a good experience.
Yeah.
And we got the result on the same day.
Oh.
And
So on the spot, or it was like you have to wait it for 10-15 minutes or 1 hour?
like that. We have to wait for 10-15 minutes, and after that, it displayed on the on a screen.
Okay.
And I also want to speak about that. They don't allow us to take any help from your mobile or calculator or
Okay.
anything. We have to use their embedded calculator built inside the app of the examination app. So it's
So basically, you are not allowed to take any gadget or calculator, and it's on your system itself. There is a inbuilt calculator, and you can do.
Yes.
It would have been difficult, right? So to like switch it to your
Yeah.
question and by calculation. And I
No,
think there are many mathematical something kind of questions.
Yes.
it has some mathematical types of questions, some design types of questions, and direct means project management and maintenance types of questions. Everything they have included in that.
Okay, so that is actually a insightful thing, and thank you for sharing that your experience, and it's quite interesting. And if anyone wants to give a CTS and or want to know more about it, and even our clients, customers who wants to know more about it, you can just check the Alexa website, and you can get all the details on that. Yeah, so I think let's move on to our last segment, that is our last question for today's episode. Okay? Yeah. So we are at the end of this video. This brings me to the last question of this episode. I would like to ask to our both the guests, how has ESCO's contribution in your CTS journey?
So let me take the question first. So my VP, Mr. Shehbaz Ansariwa knew that I'm preparing for CTS. So in a conversation he said like, don't make it a thing, just leave this year only. And that's how he motivated, and he himself being a CTS, so he gave me some tips and tricks of the trade. So once things are in place, I prepared for CTS, and rest was a cakewalk.
Okay.
So I also would like to tell about my motivations. So as Nikhil said that our VP, Mr. Shehbaz Ansariwa, has motivated us, but the last couple of weeks back, I've met my group MD, Mr. Subtitle. So he told me that, hey Shehbaz, why don't you deep dive into the design? So I said, what? So he told me to go and do CTSD. I said, I am already preparing CTS. So he told, no, you have to opt for CTSD. So so I got motivated and I got this slot, and I cleared my CTS. Now I am studying for my CTSD.
Okay. So I would also like to tell our audience also. So there is a certification CTS called, but we also have two different certification under that, right?
Yeah.
So it's called CTSD and CTSI, right?
Yes. So CTSD stands for CTS Design. In that, it's more about the designing process, like taking the customer's requirement and designing the solution for them. And CTSI is basically for handling the customer's project, installation, maintenance.
Okay. So I think we are done, and our audience might have a great idea about what CTS is and why is it so important for our AV professionals and for our AV industry. So I think this will help our customers also to know and to select AV system integrated companies, and to know that having a CTS employee or having a CTS professional is also going to give a plus
It
point.
gives a credibility with the name.
Okay. Thank you, Nikhil. Thank you, Shehbaz. Okay. If you have any queries, any doubts, you can reach out to us on the given mail ID. Also, you can contact us through our LinkedIn page. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Aashmitha.
Thank you. Please don't forget
to like, share,
and give your valuable feedback.